I'm a boxer who's just returned from London. My trainer is of German descent, though he grew up in the suburbs of Los Angeles. His dad used to beat him with a strap if he didn't mow the lawn exactly right. This made him a hell of a scrapper. But because of the insecurities passed on by his dad, he took to the bottle young, which slowed his reflexes, made him unreliable, and his body unable to take the physical abuse. So he spent his 20s and 30s drifting from El Paso to New Orleans, staying in these shitty rooming houses, training local middleweights in these smelly rundown gyms, all the while chasing the bottle and women who would call him ugly to his face. I met him in a London library. He was catching heck from a librarian for lighting a cigarette in the American poetry section, screaming something about Hemingway. We went to a bar around the corner where he was already quite famous for his pair of dukes. But in the morning, we found ourselves at the gym, doing the only thing we were ever good at. Him kicking someone back into shape, and me focusing on that moment of truth. So we flew back across the ocean looking for a prize fight and women who wouldn't call us ugly to our face. At the immigrations counter, they asked me my occupation. I said I'm a boxer returning from London. When they asked me further questions on my trip, I said, is this gonna take long? They said, what was your purpose? What was your purpose of your trip? I said, sex, drugs, and spoken word. So I found myself in this little room as I went through every inch of my belongings as my trainer waited out with the rain in the yellow cab, smoking, cursing his prize fighter. And at the press conference, through the light bulbs in commotion, I said, win or lose, this prize fight will be poetry in motion. And as I rose to my feet in my red gloves, inspiring as someone who does what he loves, me and my trainer locked heads. He put his wrists on my shoulder blades. The man who knew your deep, dark secrets cannot be caged birds, and that most poetry fucking sucks. You gotta hit the typewriter with your fighting words. It was nice to have them in my corner each night as I stepped into the center of the ring to sing. And I know it's just another beat left and a right, left and a right, left and a right. In the night, and I was knocked out in the fifth. And the first thing I saw as I regained consciousness was my trainer's scarred, aged fucking face. And I had what alcoholics call a moment of clarity. I knew with my last dying breath, I had to kill, stab the myth that beauty is skin deep. My friends, the river of lies is your precious fountain of youth. I'm a boxer who's just returned from London. And this is my moment of truth. Violins play in the distance soft. I'm a boxer, but tonight my gloves are off. I'm out in the rain, trying to have a cigarette in the cold. I'm just a pool boy, and my story's seldom told.